Any couples? I'm sure, obviously, right? Some couples, right? I'm in a couple now. It's nice to have a girlfriend. Because I was on dating apps for a really long time. Like to the point where I still think about certain bios that I saw when I was on there. Like I saw this girl's bio one time and it just said, knows more about sports than you and is probably tougher. Great. Right, that'd be perfect. If I always wanted to fuck my dad, I guess. I still don't know who that's for. She sounds mean. Right? She sounds like she'd give me noogies. Like she promised me she's gonna show up to my baseball game, but then miss it because she has to work late. Just classic dad stuff. I had anxiety and depression growing up as a kid. My family knew about the anxiety, but they were surprised about the depression. But I feel like the signs were always there. Like as a kid growing up watching Winnie the Pooh, I related to Eeyore the most. That's a clear sign, right? I'm sitting there as a kid watching Winnie the Pooh, I'm just like, the tiger has way too much energy. The bear feels a little self-righteous. But I fucked pretty hard with that suicidal donkey. I feel like he gets it. They should let him talk more. I was also a pretty dumb kid. Growing up, I thought Viagra just made you better at tennis. Because of all the commercials where they would take Viagra and they'd play tennis. One time I'm sitting in the living room hanging out with my dad. My dad's watching a tennis match on ESPN. And he goes, wow, these guys are really good. And I looked up for a second, looked back down, and I just said, yeah, can you imagine how much Viagra they must take? It's one of the dumbest things I've ever said in my life. I caught my favorite movie on TV the other day. It's always nice when you do that, right? Good Will Hunting. Any fans of the movie Good Will Hunting? It's my favorite movie because the entire plot is just, what if a guy from Boston was smart? It's the whole thing. That's the entire movie. And I've lived in Boston my entire life. I still can't defend the Boston accent. I can't do it, right? There's a reason why people from Britain narrate everything, and people from Boston don't narrate anything, right? Like, you're never gonna turn on a Nat Geo animal documentary and hear Bobby from Revere. It's never gonna happen, right? You're never gonna turn on a Nat Geo animal documentary and hear some guy go, bro, look at that fucking meerkat, that's sick. If Netflix would answer my emails, we would get that show. We would get that show. Are we a sexually adventurous crowd? 2 people? That's cool, I'm still gonna do the joke. I'm trying to be more sexually adventurous. I was looking up sex toys. I found it interesting the difference in the naming conventions for sex toys marketed towards women versus the ones marketed towards straight men. Right? For the women's sex toys, it's pretty subtle, right, ladies? It's like the rose, the magic wand. What do we get, fellas? Fucking Sucktron 9000? Why do ours sound like they were made by Dyson? That's what I want to know. But I've always been cool with sex toys in the bedroom. I've always seen my girlfriend's vibrator as the Robin to my Batman. Right? Like, can Batman defend Gotham City alone? Sure. Right? He's done it plenty of times before. But it's a lot easier. And he's got that quick little crafty guy helping him out, right? Right? He goes high, I go low. Right? He takes that small little ceiling duct up top and I come in through the sewer. It's great. Recently during sex, my girlfriend's vibrator actually died. I don't know why people are reacting like I said she died, but she's fine. No, but it was weird because it died and it did feel like the star quarterback twisted his ankle. And I thought I was coming in off the bench ready to put up some points. And she goes, oh, no, there should be another one. That drawer over there. And while you're up, can you charge this one? I'm like, damn, I'm not even second string on this team. I'm the fucking equipment manager. I saw a lady on TikTok complaining that she was being discriminated against because of her zodiac sign. Yeah, and she said it's just as bad as racism. I disagree. Because I don't think there's ever been a time in the world where a guy has walked out to his backyard, walked over to his neighbor and said, neighborhood's really going to shit, huh? Bunch of Capricorns moved in next door. I was visiting my parents the other weekend, which is nice. It's nice visiting them because I always find something weird in the guest room. I went to go to bed one night, put my head on the pillow, and I felt something. So I reached under, thinking I'm gonna grab like a phone charger. It was a perfectly folded American flag. Like, did the fucking tooth fairy die in Iraq? I don't know what else that could mean. I think it's messed up that women are allowed to smell like good things and guys have to smell like weird things. Like for body wash and shampoo, especially the commercials, they're so different. Women body wash shampoo commercials are always the same. They're like, hey ladies, want to smell like a coconut infused goddess? And women are like, yeah, that sounds great, sign me up. For men, it's always like, sup bro, chacho? Want to smell like a gun covered in barbecue sauce? Not really, no. Why don't I smell like Ted Nugent's dick? That's weird. My girlfriend's cool though. She taught me a lot of new things. She taught me what a praise kink is. Do you guys know what a praise kink is? Praise kink basically means she wants to hear compliments during sex. But she said, don't compliment me too much though, because I still need you to be dominant. So after that, pretty much every single time that we have sex, it just sounds like I'm training to be an assistant manager somewhere. We finish up and I'm like, great job. But there's always room for improvement. On the way here, I was behind a Jeep. On this lady's Jeep cover, it said, a hurricane with a little bit of sunshine. It's a fun way of saying alcoholic, isn't it? I don't know if you guys will like this one or not. It's dicey. I actually came up with this joke before it was like a real thing. Did you guys see that documentary on Nickelodeon? People finding out in real time that this happened? It's not good. It's not much. But I'm gonna do the joke anyway. Don't worry, I'm not ending on it, so it's fine. As long as I don't end on it. But I came up with this before there was a documentary. But it's true, there's a documentary on Nickelodeon, and it turns out that a lot of the directors and producers were actually like predators, which is awful, right? It's terrible. To know that there were kids getting slimed off stage too. Some of us liked it. Some of us liked that joke. Technology's getting pretty scary, right? I don't need a segue, do I? No. Fuck it. You saw the debate. Nothing matters anymore. Nothing matters. We all know who we're voting for, right? Yeah, the worm that was in RFK Jr.'s head. People say they want something different. Prove it. Vote for the worm. But no, AI is getting crazy because I used to joke and like make fun of like older people who would get fooled by like internet scams, because I would like, that's never gonna happen to me. And then I saw this AI picture of Taylor Swift with a giant ass. And I was like, damn, I didn't know Taylor Swift was caked up like that. And I realized, I'm like, damn, Taylor Swift's giant AI ass is my Nigerian prince. That's fucking crazy. That's wild. Before I met my girlfriend, I dated some interesting women. I dated one girl who liked to use the traffic light system when we hooked up. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Basically, we're hooking up. She likes what we're doing. She says green, it means to keep going. Right? Red obviously means stop. Yellow, we all know. Slow down. Then speed up and hope no one cares. Until one time we're hooking up and she goes green. No, wait. Red. Actually green again. Red again. Green. Red. Green, but I can feel it's going to change to red. Listen, I'm all for checking in, making sure people feel comfortable, but I think everyone here can agree that if we were driving and we came to a traffic light that was going back and forth between green and red, we would all have the same thought, right? Someone needs to fucking fix this thing because someone's gonna get hurt or at least wrongly convicted. And it was the height of the Me Too movement at the time. So I kept picturing making one wrong move, right? Ending up in a jail cell next to some guy. He's like, hey man, what'd you do? I'm like, I think I ran a red light. I think there needs to be a new Air Bud movie. Takes place 30 years after the first Air Bud. Focuses solely on the kids that lost to Air Bud. Like a docu-series Where Are They Now kind of thing. And the camera crew's some small, shitty bar, and the camera's on some drunk guy, and he's like, yeah, you know, used to love the game of basketball growing up. Had dreams of playing in the NBA one day. Until one time, when I was 10, my team got absolutely dicked by a golden retriever. That'll make you rethink your dreams. I feel like they should just let Air Bud talk at that point, right? That'd be fun. Air Bud talking shit on defense, right? Some kid goes to shoot the final shot of the game. Air Bud just leans in and goes, hey, Timmy, I'm gonna have you brick that shot. I take your mother home and give it to her me style. Thanks, guys. That's my time. Appreciate it.
One more time.